I was watching a documentary on Deutsche Welle recently. It's a German TV broadcaster, and the documentary was about skilled immigrants moving to Germany, why they leave, why they stay. If I can find the documentary, I'll put it in the description box again in case you're interested. However, one story stuck to me in this documentary was the story about a wife or a spouse, and she moved to Germany because her husband got a job in Germany. Mind you, this lady is highly educated. She has a lot of experience in her home country. This lady in particular is from India. So her husband got a job in Germany. They moved to Germany, and she has been struggling for a year or more to find a job in Germany. And this story stuck to me, not because it's about Germany. It's about the spouses who move to a new country and they are unable to find their feet and they are struggling to get into the job market. I know this from firsthand experience because when I moved to Germany, although I did not move for a spouse, I moved to Germany to do a master degree. I know how difficult it was for me to get my foot into the corporate ladder, as they will say in Germany, because up until the point I moved to Germany, I already had many years of work experience. I had a bachelor degree. So in my country, usually what people do is you go for a bachelor degree, then you work for a few years before deciding what area you want to do your master degree in. So that's what I did. And so when I moved to Germany, I had a lot of work experience already and I had a bachelor degree and I was in the process of doing my master degree, but I was unable to find a job in Germany. So this topic of trying to get your foot into the corporate ladder when you move to a new country is something that is really, really dear to my heart, because it's not just about the spouse who moved to Germany because of her husband and she's struggling. It's about when you move to a new country and you are struggling to get your foot into the ladder. And I feel like in 2025, this is my personal opinion. I don't know if I gave a disclaimer in the beginning of this video that I'm starting to yap on the internet to share my opinion. This is my personal opinion and my personal experience, so it might be different for you, but again, this is Wale Chronicles, so I'm gonna say what I wanna say on my channel. The point I'm trying to make is that after so many years of like the whole process I went through to get my foot to climb the corporate ladder in Germany, I realized that in 2025, there is absolutely no need for us to ask permission when we move to a new country, either as spouses or somebody that is moved. I know the truth is, if you're moving as a student, it's a totally different experience. But if you're moving as a spouse, your partner already has a full-time job that is keeping you guys in the country. However, for you, you're trying to find your foot within, or you're trying to find your place within the whole corporate ladder and stuff. And I feel like the whole process of trying to look for a job and getting rejection, if that continues over a period of time, that really puts your mindset and your self-esteem in the gutters. So there is absolutely no need to ask for permission in 2025 because there are so many opportunities to work online in 2025, and especially for women who already have educational qualifications, they already have the skills, they already have work experience. There is no need for you to be getting rejections left, right, and center and trying to ask a company or trying to ask a company to give you a job. You can create your job yourself. I'll use myself as an example. So as you know, I was working remotely and I quit my job and moved to Turkey because I got married and my husband's job is in Turkey right now. And I asked myself before making that move, I asked myself, am I going to move to Turkey again and start applying for jobs and start asking for jobs? I'm so done with that. I'm so over that. And I could have asked my employer to transfer me as my base, because even when you're working remotely, the truth is when you're working remotely, you need to have a base with the employer, right? So I could have asked my employer to transfer my base to Turkey, but I just thought about it and I was like, you know what? Does it mean that every time I move to a new country, I always have to request for this transfer? Now, this is coming from a place of privilege, of course, but I was thinking to myself, do I have to now ask for transfer every time? Why don't I use this opportunity to create something for myself that, irrespective of where we move to as a family after this, I will always have a job. I don't have to start from scratch. So I think the point I'm trying to make and why I'm yapping on this video is that there is no need to seek permission. The permission you need is within yourself because you have what it takes to create something for yourself. Whatever skills you have, you can always package it. And let me tell you, it's not easy. It is not easy. If I'm saying it is easy, then I'm lying, because if it was easy, everybody would do it. Like, many people don't like their jobs. I loved my job when I was working in the company I was working in. I liked my team, I liked everything, but not everybody likes their job. So if the people that don't like their job want to do this, creating their own jobs themselves, and it was easy, everybody would have done it by now. So let me put a disclaimer out there that it's absolutely not easy, but it is doable and it is possible. I mean, I think for me, it was even a privilege that I could even ask my employer to transfer me. Not everybody has that privilege. However, for the people who don't have the privilege, I know since moving to Istanbul, I've met many women who moved to Turkey for love. Maybe their partner is from Turkey, or their partner's job, just like me, is in Turkey right now, and they're expat spouses, expat women. So there are two groups of people I've met. I've met groups of people where they are applying for a job, they're applying for remote jobs, they don't know what to do, they're getting rejections left, right, and center. And the second group of women that I've met are women who are running businesses, and these businesses, they can run from anywhere in the world. And when I met this group of women, I felt like I met my tribe, my people, because this is the concept that I'm preaching, especially for women whose families are living the nomadic lifestyle. So maybe your husband gets a job in another country and you guys have to move, or you move because your partner lives in another country. The alternative route in this case is to create a portable business or portable career, or however you want to call it, where you can run it from anywhere in the world. So what does this look like exactly? This looks like taking all the skills and experience you have right now and thinking about how can you plug yourself into an area that there is need and somebody is willing to pay for. I'll give you an example. So for me, I've worked in different areas, in different industries over the past 12 years. Yeah, I think it's 12 years. Wow. I've been working for a long time. So over the past 12 years, I've been working in different areas. One of the jobs I did for a couple of years, I think I did that for 4 or 5 years, I don't remember. I worked in the engineering industry as a human resource manager. So my area of specialization was in recruitment and selection and policy design and so on and so forth. And if I wanted to set up a portable career that I could do from anywhere in the world, I would take that skill in HR that I had. I would offer a freelance talent acquisition service to companies who are looking to hire people. And for me, I would specialize mostly in hiring and managing remote teams, because this is something I'm passionate about and this is an area I'm interested in. And now that I'm talking about it on camera, probably one day I will do this. But for now, I have other projects I'm working on, so I cannot do everything. However, the point I'm trying to make is with the skills you have, you just need to go to the drawing board, go and chat with ChatGPT, your favorite idea bouncing tool, and you think about all the skills you have now. What area can you plug those skills into as a freelancer to be able to provide a service of value to people that they will be able to pay you for? So in essence, what I'm trying to say is that the biggest mindset shift for me was to remove myself from that asking for permission mindset, and that made all the difference. It made me unstuck immediately as soon as I told myself, you know what, I don't need to ask for permission to be able to find a job. I can create my own job myself and look for people who are willing to pay me for this service that I'm offering. Now, is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. It's not going to be easy. I can tell you from experience, I'm living what I'm talking about right now, and it's not easy. It's not easy to coin or find that area where you can plug yourself into, that need where you can plug yourself into. But when you find it and when you get into the groove, I'm telling you, it's such a beautiful thing to know that you can create your own job opportunities yourself, and you can find clients and you can get paid to do what you know how to do, and if you're lucky, what you enjoy doing. With that, I've come to the end of my yap today. I hope you were able to learn something. I don't know. I don't know how my yapping videos are gonna go, honestly, because I just want to come here and chit chat and just share what's on my mind, what I'm being nudged to talk about, and without any structure. So if you would like to launch your own freelance career, your freelance business, or even if you're still in the mindset where, or in the mind space where what you need is a remote job, I want to invite you to sign up for my free newsletter where I share freelance gigs and remote jobs with my subscribers on a bi-weekly basis. You can sign up on my website, waleochronicles.com. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.